All right, y'all, I'm going to end this episode like I always do, showing love and shouting out. And today I want to shout out the first woman who I ever loved, the first woman who loved me, my brilliant, beautiful mother, Mary Wells. My mother has been through so much in her life as a whole. Um, but she's a tough lady. And these past 6 years or so have been extremely difficult for my mother. Um, Initially, just dealing with pain, just hurting. You feel me? That comes with age. Um, Joints start hurting, both knees, both hips, both shoulders. You feel me? She ended up having a hip replacement um, in 2019, which I put everything on hold to help her rehab and get through that here at the house. It was trying, but we made it. Then y'all know the world closed up due to COVID in 2020. I did everything in my power to keep her safe from that. During the heights of COVID, she never contracted it. Um, but there were so many other things we were dealing with. Constant UTIs. When I say constant, I mean that damn near every fucking month. It seemed like my mama gets a motherfucking UTI. Um, then last year, cancer, breast cancer. She caught it. She felt something different with her breast. Told her primary care physician. She ordered a mammogram. Indeed, it was breast cancer. She had a mastectomy, and we felt like, hey, we beat cancer. Last Thanksgiving, I remember us right over here, because I'm at our house. Right over here, we gathered around and we happy that we whooped cancer's ass. That was the thought. And then she started having blood coming from her vagina. But then it stopped. So we thought, oh, everything's okay. But then it started again. So I took her to a urogynecologist. And when he looked at her, his eyes got big like that. He suspected cancer. He sent us to a gynecologic oncologist. And indeed, that's what it was. So in April, we started battling that shit. Chemo every 3 weeks, hitting her with some hard shit. And she wanted to give up sometimes along the way, especially as she's lost her hair. And so think about that now. My mama is a woman's woman. Okay, she loves to dress nice, likes to smell good. Um, Likes to have a manicure, pedicure, things of that nature. Likes to have her hair done. She ain't do much. She ain't spend big, but she was gonna keep her hair done and her nails done. That was my mama. So imagine cancer taking your femininity from you. At least feeling like that. That's how she was feeling with losing one of her breasts, then the chemo taking out her hair. and the chemo making her nails blacken. And another thing that chemo does to you is it can make your red blood cells and your white blood cells lessen. So back on September 3rd, we went for a routine doctor's visit to the pain clinic in Jackson. Again, because she's been dealing with chronic pain. Shit. Even before she retired from being a teacher. But she was so sick that day that she didn't even want to get out of the car and go in. Long story short, I ended up taking to the emergency room, getting her checked out. She had fallen back on August 24th. So I wanted to get her head checked out and get her knee checked out. She thought her knee had popped when I picked her up off the floor. And she was also worried that she may have had a concussion or something. So I took her to the emergency room here in my hometown of Canton. If you're a Cantonian, I know we look down on the hospital there here, but it's actually gotten better. It has. Um, but they couldn't keep my mama because they said due to her having cancer and them not having an oncologist that they needed to send her to St. Dominic where her oncologist works. And so that's what happened. I regret so much that we went there. Oh, because they literally almost killed my mama at that motherfucking hospital, y'all. They literally, I'm not being hyperbolic. They literally damn near killed my mama at that fucking hospital. We went there because of a UTI. A fucking UTI. She was neutropenic, meaning her white blood cells were low, and she had a UTI. The white blood cells had jumped back up by maybe September 4th or 5th. They were back up because she had already taken a shot. I was, during this chemo journey, I had been taking her to St. Dominic's Infusion Center once a week to get us the blood cells checked out. And if ever the white blood cells were low, they would give us some kind of attachment that we wear home. And then at a certain time of day, it'll go ahead and infuse into it. And then I have to take the shit off. So it just hadn't kicked in yet. So that's why she was neutropenic. But the UTI, I told y'all, we've been dealing with them shits for years, even before the cancer. That's almost killed her times before. But this time they treated that. They treated it well. There's a great doctor there. Who's very kind and empathetic. Dr. Baluku. We trust him. But in the hospital, they only work so long. You only have them on your service. I mean, you only on their service so long, and then I guess they rotate, swap out or something. So he was gone, and then it seemed like when he left, everything went downhill. Everything went fucking crazy. And I can't get into too many details because I still want to take legal action. I will feel like less of a motherfucking man if I don't at least try to sue these motherfuckers for damn near killing my mom. But let's just say this. We went in there suffering from neutropenia and a UTI. We left up out of that motherfucker with my mama suffering from delirium, At one point, she couldn't even fucking recognize who I am, her beloved son. She could not recognize me at one point. Now she can, but she still is not fully there. She'll be trying to tell me something, and then she just starts spelling random stuff that doesn't even make sense. She The night before the delirium set in, my mama watched the presidential debate with me, and she was up there analyzing that shit. Bam, 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 bam. And she woke up that next morning confused. And the delirium just worsened, in part because of fucking neglect at that damn hospital, man. But not only that, I said they damn near killed her. One of the doctors prescribed a medicine that he admitted my mama didn't need. And she had a severe allergic reaction to that shit. And if I was not at that hospital in her room with her at her bedside, and if my sister had not walked in and come up there and checked on, and us in conjunction caught that shit and saw my mama's tongue had swollen up so much. I would never do my mama like that and show y'all this picture. At least while she's alive, I would not do that because she still is a woman of dignity. Uh, Sometimes we like to call her Proud Mary. And when she get gangster, we call her Mae West. But my mama's tongue had swollen so badly that they say it almost blocked her airway. And so they had to put on a breathing machine for damn near a week. And she was basically a zombie-like state up there on heavy shit, propofol, fentanyl. It said if it went unchecked for like 30 more minutes, they would have had to uh, do a tracheotomy. They would have had to cut her neck open to try to open the airway. They damn near killed my mama. And so now they just took all the power from her. At one point, she couldn't even do this. Now we're working on it, trying to get the strength back. She hasn't stood up since September 10th. And show you how fucked up healthcare system is. The doctors wanted her to go to rehab. Okay, cool. We've had a horrible experience at a rehab facility here in Mississippi, Lakeland. Lakeland Rehab Facility. Don't take your loved one to that motherfucker. That shit was a horror movie. We went up in there. That shit was so fucked up. I took my mom out that bitch that night and rolled my mama the fuck up out that bitch that night. But she's so weak right now that I was willing to let her go to a rehab facility as long as it was a quality one or halfway decent shit. They gave me the case manager at the hospital brought me some shit that had facilities on there that my mother's insurance would roll with. My mama got Cigna. And it was only about 3-4 on that motherfucker that people had told me, okay, this one is okay, this one is okay. We got denied for all the motherfuckers. I don't know if beds weren't available, or I don't know if they just looked at my mama's chart and saw everything she's going through and said, no, we're not taking you. So I ended up bringing my mama home. And so the plan was for me to transport her to, a facility, just transport her for outpatient care. Turns out, if we had done that, my mama would lose her home health care because her insurance is not going to pay for home health and outpatient rehab. So I didn't want to lose the nursing aspect of home health because let's say my mama needs a catheter put in, let's say she needs an IV run, anything like that. I need some help with that shit. So now I'm left with home health to try to help me get my mama back up and running. And OT and PT ain't been here yet. So me, your homeboy first. I've been OT, I've been PT, I've been CNA, I've been RN, I've been motherfucking everything. God bless my wife. She's been helping me out for real, for real. Shout out to my little boo thing. This my mama, y'all. This is my mama. I know this shit's sad. I know I say I'm the realest, most entertaining show in the game, and I stand by that. You know what I'm talking about? But this is one of those segments where I had to lean into that real, y'all. And I'm not afraid to show vulnerability. This how I was in the classroom. I would share this kind of shit with my students in the classroom because I would be having 30 kids in front of me, and I know just based on percentages, somebody in that room gonna go through this same shit or has been through this same shit. And by seeing me, somebody who they believed in, they loved, I was popular and everything like that, they like, damn, if he can do it, I can do it. If he can persevere through this, I can as well. You feel me? So I don't mind sharing this shit with y'all. I don't want this to happen to y'all. But I'm also sharing it with y'all because I'm so proud of this resilient woman who gave birth to me. I'm so proud of this resilient woman who did not have to give birth to me. My mama had me at 37 years old. I just turned 40. You feel me? So, like, basically, the age I am now is basically the age my mama was when my life started. And she took on the responsibility at that age of a newborn. And at the time, she thought her and my daddy were about to get back together and everything like that. And my pops, you know, dipped and did something else. So she could have easily just said, fuck it, I'm going to have an abortion. She ain't do that. She fucking had me, bro. She told me about some white couple that tried to purchase me from her. She refused to do that shit. The umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. So I almost died during childbirth. She had a C-section for me. For me. So I know so many of y'all respect me for what y'all see me do for my mother. But who y'all see before you is somebody who would be nothing without his mother. So I thank God for my mother. And I wrote this song for her, to honor her. To date, it's my most popular record. And if you haven't heard it, I'm gonna play it for you right now. If you have heard it, you already know what I'm talking about. It's my song Mama Sick. It got well over 1 million views on Facebook because so many people could relate to it. Because life is real as fuck, y'all. And you should be thankful if you got you a good mother helping you navigate this bitch. And when it comes time they need somebody to help them navigate it, make sure you're there for them. But this is Mama Sick. Again, I wrote this in honor of my beloved mama. And I thank God for her every day.
Beats by Doja.
If it wasn't for you, I would've sold dope. Very attracted to that lifestyle. My hometown is called Cracktown. As you would think, it's quite wild. If I jumped wrong and I rolled out, you ain't give a shit, you come find me. I was mad as hell when you did that. I was blind then, but now I see that was real shit. If it was 3 in the morning, you would hit the store if I was real sick. To get some medicine, you would have sent real shit. These are more than just words. You did it all on your own. What you have more than just courage. But now the tables have turned, and now I gotta take care of you. You always worrying about me, but now I find myself scared for you. I'm doing the best that I can, trying to be a real man. When I wrote the shit, I was crying. But y'all gotta understand that all I had was my mama. And my mama sick, I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick, I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should've been warned that I was gonna deal with this. I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should've been warned that I was gonna deal with this. My grandfather got killed before you got a chance to know him. Folks don't know how that hurts you because you never really show him. You had no man, you got no siblings. My grandmama, she gone. The only real cousin you had died, so I know you feeling alone. Both of my sisters much older. It was just us in that house. But no matter how I looked out for you, I couldn't take the place of your spouse. So when I got married and I moved out, I know it hurt you straight to your soul. You thinking even your baby boy left you all alone to grow old. But now the tables have turned. I told you I'ma take care of you, no matter what I got going on. I told you I'ma be there for you. I'm doing the best that I can, trying to be a real man. When I recorded this, I was crying. But y'all gotta understand that all I had was my mama. And my mama sick, I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick, all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should've been warned that I was gonna deal with this. I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should've been warned that I was gonna deal with this.
Adam, I love you too, baby. But you've always been something. You've always had big dreams. And you are accomplishing everything that you want to. It's not me, it's you. I'm very proud of you. Love you. Good night.
The last part of that song means so much to me because that was just a random voicemail that my mama left. My mama usually doesn't say stuff to me like that. I know my mama loves me dearly. I know my mama loves me, but she usually doesn't go into shit like that. Uh, and it just happened to fit at the end of the song perfectly. That's God. That's God. So I thank God for her, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up so I can go tend to her right now. But again, if you got a good mother, if you got a good father, tend to your folk, man, or whoever fucking raised you, grandmother, auntie, uncle, whoever the fuck raised you, man, or whoever you love, your spouse, your children. Hold your motherfucking people down, bro. Hold your people down. They deserve that. If they motherfucking held you down, God damn it, hold them down. Cause you gonna need somebody to hold your motherfucking ass down. No, fuck that. Not cause of that. It's the right thing to do, first of all. But then also, you gonna need somebody to hold your ass down. That's the cycle of life. So again, I thank God for my mother. And I'm gonna keep helping her. and I'm gonna keep fighting for it too. So any of y'all real ones out there, if y'all fucking know a lawyer that can handle this kind of case, goddamn DM me, DM me, DM me. Okay, please. Please don't be on no bullshit either. I need real motherfuckers that goddamn ready for that action, that can help me. They willing to win this case. Let's just say I got shit. Okay. I got documentation. Okay. But I need help. You feel me? I'm willing to fight for my mother. So please, if you know a good lawyer, DM your homeboy first. Preferably on Instagram. You see it coming across right there at first underscore realist underscore 100. But if you only follow me on Facebook or Twitter, wherever, hit me up over there as well. Okay. Don't just leave it in no YouTube comments. I'm not gonna see it. If you leave it in the YouTube comments, okay, DM me on one of my socials, okay, because I at least need to try to hold these motherfuckers accountable for what the fuck they did to my mama. But again, shout out to my beloved mother. I love her forever. And shout out to all y'all real ones out there, especially those who have been praying for us. I thank God for you so much. I pray for y'all every motherfucking day. I say God bless the real ones. And I mean that from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. I swear I do. Okay. I thank God for y'all. This has concluded episode 211 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all as always. One. The easiest way to support me and my company is to hit that subscribe button and follow me across all social media platforms, okay? If you want more truth, if you want more of that real, it costs you nothing to hit that button. Go ahead and do that for me. I appreciate y'all. One.